My name is Drew Lesser, and thank you for reading my blog, The Science of Happiness. The information contained in this video is based upon the content I present in many of the corporate workshops I facilitate. Why is it that some people have incredible discipline and self-control, where others seem to find it a constant struggle to get things done in their lives? Author Dr. Nido Cuban once said, "The price of discipline is always actually less than the pain of regret." Self-discipline involves sacrificing the pleasure and thrill of the moment for the best end result. On today's episode, I'm going to share with you the classic social science study called the Stanford Marshmallow Experiment, focused on delayed gratification, led by psychologist Walter Mischel. This classic study has garnered the attention of psychologists around the world as a measure of self-control and of future success. This study began with a group of children taken separately and sat alone at a table with a marshmallow in front of them with no other stimulation. They're told that if they can resist eating the marshmallow for 15 minutes, they'll be given another one and then they can eat them both. What the child will do next may very well determine their future mental health and professional success in life. I've employed my 5-year-old son and offered him 2 chocolate eggs under the same rules. So here are 2 chocolate eggs, right?
If I eat one,
Now you have to wait 15 minutes,
Yeah,
and
but
then you can eat them both. But if you eat it before,
yeah, if I do this,
you can only get one.
yeah.
Here you go. You have to wait there for 15 minutes. Self-control and self-discipline offers us freedom. Self-discipline involves acting in accordance with our rational thoughts as opposed to acting on impulse in the moment and in response to less rational feelings. Self-discipline can drive us to work on an idea or a project after the fun and the enthusiasm has passed, work out or exercise when we're feeling lazy or just want to rest or lay down. If you struggle with living a self-disciplined life, take heart in the fact that this discipline can be developed over time by following a few simple steps that we will cover in this episode on the science of happiness. The first step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to write a personal mission statement. The first trait of discipline is self-knowledge, the knowledge of what new behaviour best reflects your goals and values. This process requires introspection and self-analysis, so true change comes from within, so listen to your intuition and make some notes. List the most important points so that you can create your own personal mission statement. This will become an essential step in building a new, more disciplined you. The second step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to engage in conscious awareness. It's important to catch yourself in the act of being undisciplined. That is like biting your nails, or maybe it's eating a piece of cake, or even overspending. Developing self-discipline takes time, and the key factor to developing it is to be aware of undisciplined behaviour. Developing awareness about your own emotional triggers that cause impulse behaviour and a lack of self-control will help you recognise when you do what it is that you wish to stop doing. The third step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to adopt a commitment to that self-discipline. You have to be committed to making change and building self-control in order to change your behaviours. So some examples might be smoking, eating, unhealthy work behaviours, overindulgence in alcohol, controlling your temper, shopping, or even overspending. It's not enough to simply write out your goals and values. You must make a commitment to them. If you struggle with commitment, start by making a conscious decision to follow through on what you say you're going to do. Set out a template or even a journal to track when you engage in these undesirable behaviours and try to identify what the triggers are. The fourth step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to seek courage. Now, self-discipline can be a lot of work, moods, appetites, actions that relieve anxiety that have developed into habits over many years can be powerful thought forces to come up against. This is where courage really helps. When you find the courage to face the stress and pain of change, Don't forget to measure your small personal victories. This will help you in two ways: by increasing your self-confidence and developing the courage that underpins self-discipline. Simple positive reaffirmation statements such as "I have the strength and courage to achieve my goals" is a perfect mantra in reinforcing courage. The fifth step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to be aware of and in control of your own self-talk. Now, negative self-talk is harmful. However, positive self-talk has the ability to solidify your goals. It has the ability to ignite courage, to reinforce your commitment to be conscious of what it is that you want. The sixth step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to just be realistic. Now, being realistic about what kind of changes you can make that will fit into your lifestyle, your time constraints, and your abilities is essential. So if you try to change everything at once, as ambitious as this may be, you risk self-sabotaging your efforts and giving up when you experience a meltdown or a step back into old habits. And it does happen. So using limits as opposed to full restrictions imposes rules that are attainable, sustainable, and have a proven track record. The seventh step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to mark your progress. The key to effective change is progress, not perfection. So keep a calendar specifically dedicated to your efforts. When there are days that you lack self-control, mark it on the calendar or journal it with the preceding events that triggered the impulsivity. This is really important. The more you become aware of the ingrained patterns, the easier it will be to tackle future challenges. The eighth step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to just simply reward yourself. Reward yourself for practicing self-control will help reinforce positive behaviors to replace impulsive ones and help you build self-control. For example, if you're quitting smoking cigarettes, you could use the money that you would spend on cigarettes or you would save from spending on cigarettes and treat yourself. The ninth step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to research the behavior. Education is paramount in changing behaviors. So each one of us has different behaviors we might be trying to change and different triggers that lead us to these behaviors. So rest assured there's always somebody else who has conquered the behavioral changes that you wish to make. Educate yourself as much as you can about how others have worked to eliminate your unwanted behaviors. The 10th step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to motivate yourself. Read through your personal mission statement regularly. Maintain and clarify the reasons why you want to control the behavior and remind yourself of them continuously. Noting the pros and cons is a great way to highlight the importance of sticking to the new behavior. The 11th step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to channel the energy into positive behaviors and develop new hobbies. Nothing works quite as well as replacing an old negative behavior with a new positive one. Getting lost in a newfound hobby such as cooking or gardening, fishing, reading, puzzles, sports, etc. can be a really wonderful distraction as you practice self-control. The 12th and final step in mastering the art of self-discipline is to know when to seek help. We can't always do it on our own, and there are circumstances when a person may need help more than just using their willpower. There are many resources on the internet that you can access by yourself. Social media groups offer forums where you can meet other people with similar goals and interests. Working at developing self-discipline requires the change of old unhealthy habits to new positive empowering habits. Write a personal mission statement, be aware of your triggers, and develop conscious awareness. Adopt a commitment to self-discipline. Seek out your own interpersonal courage. Replace negative self-talk with positive self-talk and reinforcement. Be realistic about your short-term goals. Mark your progress. Give yourself better rewards. Research the behavior. Continue to motivate yourself using your personal mission statement. Channel your energy into positive endeavors and know when to seek help. I really want you to share this with people you know, perhaps loved ones or family members who you think can really benefit from this easy to follow process on developing self-discipline to achieve all of the greatness and success that you deserve. Some of this information is literally life-changing. The people who can benefit from this the most are the ones who have lost the insight into the deeper meaning of what it can be and what it really means to be the very best that you can be. If you have any thoughts or techniques that you use personally to build your own self-confidence and self-discipline, please share them in the comments section below. Be a part of the community of those who seek happiness and success. I'm Drew Lesser. Isn't it your time to be extraordinary? I'll see you next time on The Science of Happiness.
Yay, it's time to eat the chocolate.
Look, second chocolate egg.